Hey y'all, Bunkle here. Hope everybody's doing great today. Today has been a great day. Hope it's been a good one for y'all. What I'm going to be doing in this video is a 1989 vending pack. Now the vending boxes were put out basically for vending machines. I remember there was I guess you'd say like a deli or a small store that I do remember in the neighborhood where I was growing up that had basically you put a dime in and you got a card, or a nickel you got a card, things like that. They were also popular in bars and pool halls and stuff like that. Usually next to the cigarette vending machines that were still popular during those days, that was still around. Uh, Another thing from way back when that you definitely don't see anymore unless they're repurposed. I have seen a couple repurposed. Selling art or selling trinkets or selling jewelry, but they're still the original cigarette vending machines. Now, anyway, the best thing to me about these, there's no gum stains. So that's always a good thing, because Topps, of course, packs are famous or infamous for the gum stain cards. I've definitely found more than a few. In packs, opening packs over the years and years that had really nasty gum stains on it, but vending didn't have it. Now, 1989 was a really good year, I think, for cards. You had a bunch of rookies in these, a lot of Hall of Famers at the time, of course, future Hall of Famers, rookies that we might find in here, and definitely hoping so. There's 500 cards in this box. You got the BGO Smoltz, Randy Johnson, the Sheffield, those are the big ones. Then, of course, Jim Abbott, Sandy Alomar, Rockin' Robin Ventura, and Chris Sabo. Chris Sabo was one of those that he had a good, solid career, not Hall of Fame, of course. Could have been possibly, but and if all the hype was real, kind of like Greg Jeffries, definitely could have been a lot more. Now, if you're looking at PSA, and I've done a little bit of research PSA-wise on these, somehow the most expensive PSA card is Keith Hernandez. Now, I'm not exactly sure why, but that's just the facts. Other cards that are definitely up there in value, your Will Clark, Don Baylor. Then you have your Hall of Famers, Tony Gwynn, Maddox, Johnson, of course, his rookie's in this. Darryl Strawberry commands actually a decent penny. The Nolan Ryan card is definitely a nice card to find. There's a couple error cards as well in this set. The Tony Oliva is one that's possible to find. Trademark versus no trademark. If I see one, I'll take a look for the trademark or no trademark. Also leaders cards, team leaders cards. The Bo Jackson, of course, with the Royals leaders, the Padres leaders with Roberto Alomar. Those are always nice finds. The Phillies leaders with Schmitty, definitely a great one. Then there's another type of error, which is kind of a pink and purple triangle error, as they're calling it. It's near the foot, and it's Stan Jefferson, I think it is, has one, and there may be one or two others. So we'll take a closer look at those cards as they come up. Anyway, I got lucky and online auction got a whole bunch of these boxes, so there will be more openings of these in future videos. And they do look, just from the shape of them, that they haven't been gone through. I like seeing those stripes. That's a really nice sign. I got the frappers ready for anything good that might come out, and the first part of it, I know I got to be extra careful because I don't want to be the one to damage these. Sitting in a vending box since '89. I'll start off with a little stack and see where we go from there. All right, we got Billy Hatcher, Frankie V, looking definitely over happy there. I'm trying to adjust. I have this new light over here that I'm using, and it's giving a lot of glare. Give me 1 second. Let me readjust. I'm not exactly sure as far as angle or any of that nonsense yet. I'm learning as I go. All right, we have Jerry Reed, Johnny Franco, nice card there. Milt Thompson, Gary Carter. There we go, our first Hall of Famer. Keep him on the side. Jamie Quirk, Rex Hudler, Jeff Russell, Luis Rivera, Lloyd Mosby, Pirates Leaders. Mackie Sasser, Ernie Witt, Jack Howell, and El Cid. Good pitcher with the Mets, hard luck pitcher in some ways. Him and Ronnie Darling. That I remember. They low ERA pitchers, and for some reason, of course, the Mets could never get more than a run or two during those games. So they might have a 2-point-something ERA with 15 losses. It was just part of their game. All right, we got Tony Larussa. Eddie Murray, another Hall of Famer card. Very nice. Joey Meyer, he was supposed to be a real big slugger with the Brewers. Didn't pan out that way. Assenmacher, Rob Murphy, Frank White, Pascual Perez. Funny guy. John Morris, Richard Dotson, Pete Rose. Talk about coulda, shoulda Hall of Fame. Well, Shane Rawley, Juan Samuel, Brad Moore, Tom Kelly, Nick Esaski, Kirk Gibson, Doug Jones, Gerald Young, Chuck Krim, Pat Tabler, and Matt Noakes. Let's keep it rolling. Now these are also, they definitely look like they're in really, really nice shape. The corners, edges are all perfect. Centering, of course, in these years leaves a lot to be desired. Steve Jeltz, Eric Davis, nice early Davis card there. I'll hold on to that. Tom Bolton, Mike Smithson, Craig Worthington, Floyd Yeomans, Al Newman, Mirabella, Trevor Wilson, Carlton Fisk. All right, plop, plop, Fisk, Fisk. There we go. Keith Miller, John Dobson, Johnny Ray, Joe Ursulak, Cecil Espy, Steve Lombardozzi, Stuart Clyburn, Barry Larkin, another Hall of Famer there, way off center, left to right. Also top to bottom's kind of funky. Al Padrique, Dave LaPointe, and Dave Clark. Not of the Dave Clark 5. All right, and moving still. Jamie Moyer, looking older than ever and just continuing to age and age. Eckersley, nice Hall of Famer card there. Lee Smith followed up. Great stuff. Yankees Leaders. Sweet. Rick Dempsey, Joe Price, Chris James, Jose Rijo, Rafael Ramirez, Paul Gibson. Got a Ripken. Ripken's a nice one. I'm going to wrapper that one up. That one actually looks pretty nice centering. So far, I'm thinking he's the best of the bunch in here at this point. We'll find other good ones, I'm sure. Dave Parker, Alex Trevino, got the Braves Leaders there. Terry Blocker, Doug Sisk, Mike Marshall, Jim Presley, Vance Law, Blue Jays Leaders. Nice action swing there. Bud Black, Dave Palmer, and Jim DeShays. You start making stacks and stacks on the side here. All right, we got Rocket Roger. Nice all-star card there. Mazzilli. We used to goof on him so much as Yankee fans. Go up to Shea, go out to Shea Stadium and Maz is a spaz and all of that stuff. Yeah, things kids do. Those are the backs of the 89s, by the way. Had the whole career. Plus the vital stats on players that had less of a career. Oh, nice Tony Gwynn. Have a little bit of an example of the bottom of the Gwynn card. Monthly scoreboards there. So that's a nice card. That's a good one. Way off center, left to right. Danny Gladden, Lance McCullers, Greg Brock, Bob Forsch, Junior Ortiz, a checklist. Glenn Davis, Brian Holton, Ray Quinones, Bob Melvin, Jay Buhner, big-time slugger at that time. Keith Miller, Steve Sachs, Jeff Hamilton, Vince Coleman, J. Tibbs, Benito Santiago, Les Lancaster, another Eckersley, and another Lee Smith, starting to see some dupes here, and another Yankees leaders. Rick Dempsey, Palmeiro, Kurt Young, Jose Rijo again, Ramirez, Dan Carmen or Don Carmen, Dave Meads, Dave Parker, should be Hall of Fame, Alex Trevino, got our Braves leaders there, and Terry Blockerhead. Putting together a nice little stack there. All right, starting it off, Louis Polonia, Alan Ashby, turn back the clock, Hank Aaron, nice winner card there, Keith Atherton, B.J. Surhoff, Cecil Fielder, nice card there, early card of his, Chris Brown, Maddox, another Hall of Famer, Darryl Boston, Sandy Alomar rookie, that's nice, I'm going to wrapper that one. Galarraga, Gary Ward, Ty Griffin, Pat Sheridan, Ronnie Darling. I was just talking about him a minute ago. If you take a look at what his stats were, I mean, he actually, during that part of his career, he was doing really well. Of course, that was right after the '86 Mets. I know that there was some troubled times after that. Coney, I think that's his rookie. If it's not, it's the year before, but I'll definitely hold on to that. Don Robinson, Dave Dravecki, Doc, speaking about Doc a minute ago, Doc in the '86 Mets, John Moses, Teddy Higuera, Jeff Robinson, Carlos Quintana, Jerry Royce, Scott Bradley, Jim Clancy, Craig Reynolds, Tim Belcher, and Puckett. Nice, off-center, very much so. Still good to find a Puckett. I mean, seeing things like that make me know for sure that this box hasn't been searched, and if it has, well, they missed a whole lot. Tim Loudner, got Darren Dalton, Chris Spire, Mark Lemke, Steve Lyons, Craig McMurdy, Juan Castillo, Willie McGee, Devon White, Bob McClure, and Mr. Mattingly. Nice card there. Great to find a Mattingly here. Pat Clements, Bo Diaz, Record Breaker Boggs. It's a nice one. Gets 200 hits for 6 straight seasons. Yeah, and he attributes the success to a chicken diet. I remember there was all sorts of stories then during those times as far as this. There was this lemon chicken dish that his wife made before games. And he was definitely telling the story about that. All right, we got Reds leaders. Another checklist. Mark Langston, Bob Brenly, Bob Boone, Mickey Hatcher, and the Royals leaders. All right, there we go. That's the bow that we'd be looking for. That's a nice one. Yep. Gonna wrapper that one also. Good to find a bow. Centering, well, it's kind of hard to tell what perfect centering is on these because of the whole cloud and everything. You don't know exactly where it should be. I mean, I'd say that it looks really well centered, but I have no clue. Got Will Clark, Will the Thrill there, nice early card of his. Kirby Puckett, that's another good one. Definitely a keeper card. Mike Henneman, Danny Jackson, Rick Aguilera, Mike Heath, Davey Johnson, Juan Berenguer, Ray Quinones, Bob Melvin, Jay Buhner again, Keith Miller, Rod Nichols, George Bell, Vince Coleman, Jay Tibbs, and John Wathan. I should find a space to move all that to. If y'all give me a second, I'll slide it all to the side and hope I don't knock it all over, and then this will be much more of a comedy video. All right, keeping it rolling here. Sherman Corbett. Yeah. Now, he does not look like a Major League ball player, but who am I to know? And he's a pitcher. Go figure. Anyway. Todd Worrell, Roger Craig, George Bell again, Claudell Washington, not exactly the greatest Yankee, Jay Howell, Joel Youngblood, Jamie Moyer, Jim Traber, John Farrell, Dave Savium, Bob Brenly, followed by Bob Boone, Mickey Hatcher, Brunansky, there goes Bruno, Chuck Finley, Chris James again, Harold Reynolds, Albert Hall, Craig Lefferts, there goes another Ripken. And I like the centering on that one even better than the other one. Let me put that one right there for right now, and I will wrap it up in a second. Mike Scioscia, Mike Fitzgerald, Doc Gooden. All right, we got the Padres leaders there. It's Roberto Alomar in that one. Definitely a keeper. Jay Bell, Mike Marshall, and Dennis Rasmussen. Okay, let's get that Ripken wrapped. I probably should have put the Sparky Anderson on the side also. Always nice to find his cards. There we go, another Ripken. Got the Ripken lineup going. I'm just happy it's not Billy. Got Ed Hearn, Mike Campbell, Dave Winfield, nice card there. Tony Phillips, Jeff Blauser, Gary Varsho, Eric Plunk, Larry McWilliams, Willie McGee, Jose Uribe, Jim Acker, Mike Harkey, looking all serious there, Ted Power, Tony Armas, and another Eddie Murray. Another good Hall of Famer. Mike Lacoste, Gary Gaetti, part of that whole Twins machine that was going on at that time. Gaetti Herbeck. Gary Thurman. Head does not look like it fits on that body. Juan Berenguer, Phil Bradley, and Mel Hall. What's in the next? All right, we got Dave Hengel, Mark McLemore, Dave Henderson, Andres Thomas. There goes Ken Herbeck. I was just talking about him, although between his rookie year and here, he definitely put on some weight, and that Shaw isn't doing him all that well. Got Rick Shue, Ricky Horton. Dave West was supposed to be a great pitcher with the Mets. Didn't exactly pan out, and I know he bounced around the majors for a bit. Tim Cruz, Pete O'Brien, Dan Pasqua, Pat Perry, Hal Lanier, Terry Steinbeck, Floyd Bannister, Steve Rosenberg, Mike Felder, Barry Jones, Raphael Belliard, Walt Weiss, Tracy Jones, Doug Jennings, Gene Nelson, Andres Galarraga, Rags, got Rags Rigetti there, nice. That's going to be during his, after his career as a starter, he became a reliever and closer. So that's definitely when he was reliever. Joe Bavere, Scott Lusader, Chili Dog Davis, Donnell Nixon, that eye black underneath. Looks like he's about to go play some football or wrestling or something there. Mike Flanagan, completely chill. Let me just relax there. I think I'm going to take a nap after the game. Bob Stanley, Tom Prince, Mike Greenwell, Will Tejada, not exactly the best of the Expos, Eric King, Dennis Lamp, Scott Bales, John Tudor, Kurt Wilkerson, Shannon Dunston, and Willie Frazier. Thinking about it, I should probably grab the Gwyn out of there. I'll do that later. After the video, grab the Gwyn out, Grab the Maddox out, wrapper those up as well. I don't know why I didn't do it to begin with. If I find another one, I will. Jody Reed. That's the Oral Hershiser record breaker. 59 scoreless innings. Steve Bedrosian. John Cecina. Tim Leary. Gary Carter. Hang on to that. Luis Alicea. Kurt Manowaring. Wally Backman. Joe Morgan. Not that Joe Morgan, but the other Joe Morgan. Dante Bichette. Ron Kittle. With the Indians there. Yes, Cleveland Indians. Repeat after me. Indians, not Guardians. Indians. Now, that was afterwards with the White Sox. When he was coming up, he was supposed to be everything. And I mean, batting average, home runs, everything. Minors don't pan to majors. Juan Nieves. Shawan Dunston. Steve Curry. Darrell Hamilton, Tom Henke, Steve Farr, Alan Trammell. I don't know why I keep passing his up. The Texas Rangers leaders there. Louis Meadows, Buddy Bell, Jeff Kunkel, Louis Medina, Scott Bankhead, Oswald Peraza, Jim Presley, Vance Law. Looks like he could be Ron Kittle's brother. The Blue Jays leaders there. Montgomery, Dave Palmer, Jim DeShays, another Roger Clemens All-Star card. Followed up by another Mazzilli. And I said I'd wrapper it. This one's also very off-center. I mean, that was typical, but Greg Brock, Bob Forsch, Junior Ortiz, another checklist, and a Glenn Davis. All right, let's wrap her up the Gwyn. I mean, it's unfortunate condition-wise. This is easily a perfect card. Centering, no. And as I said, centering is always a problem. During these years, that left to right is horrible. That top to bottom is off a bit. Still a nice card to find. I'll keep that one over there. In front of the Sideways Royals leaders, Bo Jackson. I'd say lining up a pretty good stack of Hall of Famers, or should be, could be, would be, someday maybe Hall of Famers there. Okay, next we got Jerry Brown. Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a winner card. I like that one. It's a really great in-action shot of Ryan. I'll wrap that up in a second. Nicely centered also. Top to bottom, left to right is really spot on. Corner's perfect. Nice card there. Bob Boone. Got Mike Diaz. Eddie Whitson. Ivan Calderon. Ozzie Geegan. Ryan Sandberg. Another nice card to find. Wrap that up in a minute. Bill Benny. Not so nice. Darren Jackson. Ruben Sierra. Bob Nepper. Luis Aguayo. John Cerruti. Jose De Leon. Manny Trillo. Brian Harvey. Cecilio Guantes. Ricky Jordan. Tim Burke. Ozzy. Got the Wizard of Oz. Nice card there too. All right, Dawson record breaker. Yep. Logs double figures in home runs and stolen bases. Yeah, that was definitely a big thing. Greg Walker. Then you had, of course, the 30-30 and 40-40 club, and game over then. Greg Walker, Dave Anderson, Charlie Hull, Jim Pankovitz, Jeff Reed, Dave Island, Randy Velarde, Bob Welch. Looking like a statue there. That shadowing is really wild. Joel Alexander, Juan Augusto, Tim Tuffle, Steve Buscemi, Lenny Dykstra, second year card there, and Drew Hall. All right, let's take a second and wrapper these two up. Again, I'm going to get to wrappering a bunch of these in a bit. I probably shouldn't have been doing it, but I also don't want this video to take 6 hours long, because A couple of y'all might get bored and then switch it off, and that wouldn't be a great thing. I'll put the Ryan up there because I don't have anybody pitching the Ripken yet. Got a bunch of hitters there, but no pitchers. Well, now we got a pitcher there. All right. Denny Martinez. The Montreal Expos, another team that's come and gone. Ooh, I see something nice down at the bottom. I'm going to tuck that in. Dick Schofield. Melito Perez. Dave Mahorsic. Greg Harris. Scotty Fletcher. Dickie Thong again. Greg Minton. Al Leiter. Bob Walk. Dale Murphy. Nice card there. Another one who definitely had the numbers, had the stats during that time to be Hall of Fame. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Centering on that's really nice also. Except top to bottom looks a little bit ugly. Mike Boddicker. Dave Martinez. Mike Young. Bob Denier. Rob Deere. Keith Moreland. Rob Ducey. Dave Stewart, hard-throwing pitcher. Really great pitcher with the A's. Bill Wegman. Steve Balboni came up with the Yanks. He was supposed to be a big-time slugger. Yeah, decent career. Wasn't exactly junk, but wasn't exactly a superstar either. Mike Scioscia. Mike Fitzgerald. Doc Gooden again. All right, got another Doc. And we got another one of the Alomar Padres Leaders cards. This is great. Jay Bell. Steve Ellsworth. Oh, this is sweet. These two back-to-back. This is too nice. A Bogsy and a Bow, one right after the other. Now, yeah, the Bow is definitely way off center. I mean, compared to the Boggs, you could really see it. You see the top to bottom there is horrible. Right to left, yeah, just as much. So, yeah, we got two nice cards. Centering's definitely way off on the Bow. But still absolutely worth wrappering. And finding those back-to-back, that's a great combo. That's beginning. It looks like we're putting together an all-star team here. All right, we got the Bow. I'll keep him in front of the Ripkins. And the Bogsy, the man of the chicken. Man riding the horse in Yankee Stadium years later. He had to go to the Yankees to get a ring. How about that? Yeah, and Red Sox fans are going to get on to me about that also. It's not too long after, of course, you have the whole bloody sock and all of that other stuff. And great series, great championship series, but I still wonder. Got Rocket Roger, there we go. Nice early card of his. Rasmussen. Carmela Martinez, Cal Daniels, Jerry Don Gleaton, Joel Skinner, Goose. Still weird seeing him in a Cubs uniform there. Expos Leaders. Shout out to the Expos fans out there. All right, another checklist. Steve Peters, Kevin Seitzer, Jose Oquendo, Freddie Lynn. Another great player. Hall of Fame, maybe someday. All right, there goes the Mets Leaders with Strawberry. Can't mistake him. Hang on to that one. Mike Krukow, Paul Molitor, Earl Hershiser, Mike Capel, Hubie Brooks, Kevin McReynolds, Don Slaught, Ron Hasse. Twins Leaders. All right, we got a little bit of flipping going on here again. Randy St. Clair, Julio Franco, not exactly the best of the All-Stars. And he was good for that time. He was good as a player, but not the All-Star that you'd be looking for. Mark Davidson, Mike Lavalier, Dwight Evans, part of the good, I'd say, Red Sox teams from the late 70s, early 80s. Long time career there. Steve Ontiveros, Jim Leland, Dave Stieb, was a great pitcher. Hojo, Terry Poole, Greg Briley, Kevin Elster, Bill Long, Robin Yount, Rockin' Robin, Doot Doot. Nice card there. Bill Sil Campusano and Wes Gardner. Still looking for the Hernandez or any of the big rookies. Tom Brookins, Randy Bacchus, Juan Castillo, Indians leaders there, and the Tigers leaders there. Nice. Walla Wonder, Ken Daly, Jeff Sellers, Larussa, A's leaders, cool card, Kevin Kaufman, Frank Robinson, Davey Johnson again, Sean Helegas, Brewers leaders, Dave Leiper, Rick Leach, Jeff Pico, Rod Nichols, looks like another cousin of Ron Kittle, Greg Matthews. All right, Red Sox leaders, Jeff Bittiger, John Wathan, Stanley Jefferson, Mattingly All-Star, nice one. Keeper card, Greg Booker, Bobby Bowe, nice card of his. Mets are still paying him. They'll be paying him for the next 50 years or so. Don Henkel, Joe Price, Steve Shields, Nick Leva, R.J. Reynolds, Paul Gibson, Doug DeCenzo, Scott Nedvin, and Tommy Barrett. Starting to get near the bottom of this box here. Bob Rogers, Kevin Mitchell, Doug Sisk, Marvin Freeman, Mario Diaz, Don Paul, Glenn Braggs, Mike Bilecki. All right, Tony Oliva, found one. Now, I got to wonder if this is the one with the trademark or where the trademark error is, or I'm wondering if it's this thing right here. So this is probably the one with the trademark. If not that, then maybe this over here. I'll have to look it up later, but I'm going to keep it on the side anyway, just in case it is the error. It's always good, error or variation card. Got Sid Bream, Tony Pena. Those glasses looking all funky on him. Barry Bonds, that's a nice find. Felix Furman, Gene Walter, Darnell Coles, Tim Wallach, Otis Nixon, Greg Harris, Chris Carpenter, Henry Cotto, Bob Kipper. Got the Mariners leaders there. Mike Maddox, Jack Lazorko, Todd Burns, Kirk Gibson All-Star card there, Mike Jackson, Ernie Riles, Zane Smith, and Glenn Hubbard. All right, definitely getting towards the bottom of this box here. It's been a fun one. I'm sure that I missed something. Make sure you comment on any cards that I might have missed. If I'm not mistaken, I think I passed by a couple Will Clark cards after mentioning that I should probably put them on the side. There's a few others that I may have missed, but I will get back to them. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Mike Maddox might be one also that for some reason is up there in PSA price. Now, I don't always concern myself with PSA price, but finding cards that might be a good flip, good resell. Ooh, nice Glavine. That's a nice one. And a follow-up by a Bogsy. All right. And followed by a Quisenberry and Norm Charlton. Interesting. Okay. Tommy John, if you're a Surgery fan, you definitely like him. Mark Grant, Lou Whitaker, and Alan Anderson. And that wraps us up. I think all in all, we got some really great cards here. Definitely a fun box. Make sure you give a thumbs up. If there's something that I missed, let me know. I know that Norm Charlton's one that I know that I passed by and I probably should have pulled. Freddie McGriff also I should have pulled. But I'll get back on those. The Glavine is definitely a nice one. More than happy with that. Nice little lineup of cards there, that's for sure. Would have been nice to have found a Smoltzy here, but didn't. Let's see, did I? Roger Clemens, Dale Murphy, Wizard of Oz, another Roger Clemens, Alan Trammell, Gary Carter, Eddie Murray. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go back and dig through it to get a couple of those out. I know for sure I didn't put them in there. There goes the Greg Maddux. Okay. Keep that one on the side. Parker, Lee Smith, Eckersley. There was the other Gwynn. Okay. Yeah, so all in all, a very nice opening. I'm very happy. It's going to be a lot of fun going through the rest of these and picking up on ones that we didn't find yet. Anyway, y'all take care. See you again soon. Make sure you comment, thumbs up, all of that great stuff. Subscribe. Tell everybody else to subscribe. Definitely appreciate all the new subscribers that I've been seeing here. I'm having fun doing this. I'm glad you're having fun watching. If you are, and if you're not having fun watching and you're still watching, well, I'm glad you're not having fun and you're watching. Anyway, y'all take care. Stay blessed. Bunkle out.